Hello, and welcome to Persecution Watch. Why China will never lead the world. I will attempt to make this video as brief and short as possible and probably do a more detailed one, at a later date. Even though China has the two most fundamental factors necessary to rule the world, that is economic power and military strength, nobody is willing to subject themselves under Chinese leadership, and the reasons will surprise you. First, China does not have a good image. There are so many negatives that China is associated with, right from counterfeit and low-quality goods, very poor human rights records, to outrightly hawkish and predatory behavior as witnessed in some of the countries that have entered into deals with China. Sri Lanka, Uganda and a few more are good examples of that. Secondly, China is not ready and most likely never will be ready to lead the world. By this statement, I am generally speaking of China as a people. There are not many. There are almost non-existent Chinese people that have influence around the world, be it socially, economically, spiritually or even culturally. If China wants to lead the world, then they will have to work on their acceptability with the people of the world, because, much as you can have economic and military power, you have to resonate with people on the most basic level. Also, a big percentage of the Chinese population is still poor, so they still have issues to settle with themselves first. Thirdly, the world is still heavily influenced by the West, including China itself. This is probably the biggest reason why China will never rule the world. Western influence is deeply entrenched into the soul of the global population, that if China wants to uproot it, China will have to perform impossible miracles. American power, both economic and military, is dwindling, and by America I mean the whole Western world. This is an area that China can overtake the West, and quite frankly it has. However, there is another deeper and most difficult level of influence that China has to penetrate in order to dominate the world, and that is the social and spiritual factor. And this is where I will round off and make my point. You see, there is something that makes the West likable and attractive, and that is what is called Western values, and these Western values are predicated on the foundation of Christianity and Christian morals whose source is the Bible. Christianity played a very big and fundamental role in furthering and cementing Western influence, right from the pre-colonial times till today. Christianity has established itself as the biggest idea in the whole entire world. Changing that is impossible. There is no ideology in the world that fronts human worth and value, like Christianity does. If you want to talk about human freedom and liberty and pursuit of happiness, Christianity does a better job in articulating those principles. Principles like love, sacrifice, hope, justice, all those cut through the fabric of the human soul in a very profound way. Christianity has managed to successfully convince the world that it is the best explanation of reality, and people have accepted that. As long as China doesn't embrace Christianity and its ideals and let Christianity shape their character and influence their outlook, China will never be accepted by the people of the world and will never rule and lead the world. I will also just add this point. One of the major reasons why the West is losing influence is because the West is increasingly becoming a post-Christian world. That is why you are witnessing authoritarianism and dictatorship rising in the West and the West rapidly losing its allure. Actually, there is a growing leadership vacuum in the world, and any country that is willing to distinguish itself as a Christian power, that nation, will gain rapid growth and acceptability, and people will embrace it. Like and subscribe to the channel and make sure to hit the bell notification icon so that you are alerted whenever we post a video.